Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Live, number 164 for this Tuesday, September 16th. I'm your host, Rod, here in cloudy Philadelphia today. I would like to think all days are sunny here in Philadelphia, but they're not. Some days are cloudy like today. Hope you guys are enjoying better weather wherever you are in the world today. I'm here with some of my really good friends in the chat. Thank you guys for joining me today. We're just here to talk about tech stories. We're here to talk about some eInk stories as well. We got the Viwoods update to talk about, some Meta Connect news and leaks to talk about as well. Well, I guess can't really call them leaks because they put this information out themselves. So we're going to take a look at what they have for the Connect event, which is going to be tomorrow. So we're going to check that out as well. I have here also that we should probably talk about some updates to some things that I'm doing. So we're going to talk about some updates to the channel as well. So we're going to jump right into that. How you guys doing today? We got Alex Pitt in the chat today. We got Aaron is always in the chat. How you guys doing? Alex was talking about I asked him if he had the Viwoods AI paper because of the update that happened today. And he mentioned that he's going to hold out until October. I'm like, wow. Okay, so people are gonna hold out until October to see what's happening with the new devices that may or may not be coming out, and I thought that might be a good topic to talk about. So we could dive into that as well. But let's go ahead and jump into the holidays for the day. So we got National Guacamole Day. I love guacamole. I'm sure some of you out there love guacamole as well. I like guacamole, but I'm not really. I take the avocado, I mush it up, lemon juice, salt and pepper, maybe some garlic salt and pepper. But that's it. I'm good to go. I don't need much else. Is that still considered guacamole? I don't know, but I like it. I like it. Today is also Mexican Independence Day. What else we got here? And shout out to Pancho. Shout out to Chepe. Shout out to Pancho, Chepe, and Peña. Shout out to Peña. Those are Colombian names from Narcos, but I like it. We got Collect Rocks Day. So today's National Collect Rocks Day. I have a rock here on National Rock Day. I've been rocking it out lately. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This right here is a gemstone, and you can see where this is going, right? You can okay. All right. Just to put that out there. You can see where this is going. Alex says Kindle Mini White just popped out. There's their pick leaks. Oh, let's check out the Kindle Mini White. We'll check out that. Let's jump into the Connect news first, though. Jump into the Connect news first, and then we'll do that. All right, so let's jump into this Connect news. We're just gonna touch on this real quick. I just think it's interesting. Let's go into the tech. So Meta Connect. So Meta basically leaked their own stuff a day before the announcement. So this announcement is supposed to happen tomorrow at 5 p.m. Is that Pacific time? I think it's 5 p.m. Pacific time. So this is a little bit early, but they put out what looks like a commercial for this already. Is sound coming through on this? I hope not. It's not. Good to go. All right. So, it looks like they're talking about this already, and they released marketing for this thing already. Very reminiscent of what Google does. Google does this thing as well. They talk about their products, a day or two. Actually, Google will leak information about their products a month before, 2 months before a product launch. So, but this is interesting that they're talking about this day before the event. We talked about this yesterday, I think. We mentioned a little bit about this, but we talked about these glasses right here, the ones in the middle there. I was super interested in those. That was rumored that there were going to be a pair. I'm super interested in seeing those. So these glasses are going to be obviously the second generation of Meta Ray-Bans, but they're going to have a HUD display in them. So let's go ahead and check out what they have in this video right here. So essentially, one of the lenses in these glasses are gonna be able to show images, and obviously you can see things like directions. There's gonna be a wristband as well that goes along with this device that you will be able to. It adds some control to the device, right? It's like a mouse to your PC, so to speak. I think it's very interesting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to grab me a pair of these, so you will see me with these on. I'm just not sure. Now, the pair that I actually wanted were these right here, the ones in the middle. Again, like I said, I'm just not if it's not 4K. I don't actually. You know what? I don't even care which one of these. If it's not 4K, I don't care. If it's not 30 frames a second, I don't care. So 4K, 30 frames a second, or I don't care. On top of that, I'm not sure I want a HUD display. Like in my action wear. Like if I'm out doing something, I don't know if I want a HUD display like obstructing my view from what I'm doing. If I'm doing sports, right? So I'm not sure if the HUD display would work in the more sporty Ray-Bans, the Oakleys that they got here. But I would definitely use a HUD display in my everyday ones, like the ones that I'm wearing right now. I would definitely do that. Any of you guys interested in the Meta leaks that came out, or anybody interested in the new Meta Ray-Bans that they're going to be coming out with the heads-up display? Do we care about that? Do we care about that at all? No. Okay, we're moving on. But I think it's interesting. I definitely think it's interesting. And like I said, I will be grabbing a pair of these when they come out. I'm not sure which ones though. Like I said, I'm not sure if I want the heads-up display, so I might just get the regular ones. But I also want a pair of smart glasses that I can use when I'm like doing more active stuff. But that's going to be the thing. That's going to be the thing there. So I'm not sure which ones I'll get. I'm going to be deciding. So I'll wait to see what they say tomorrow, and we'll have more information about this maybe on Thursday's show, because this is going to happen pretty late in the evening for tomorrow. So yeah, we'll talk more about this on Thursday, but super interested in this. Definitely looking forward to it. All right, what else we got here? And that's it for the tech news. Like there's nothing really big happening that I thought was interesting anyway. But let's go on to the eInk stuff that we have to talk about. And we got some pretty interesting stuff on the eInk front to talk about anyway. All right, so Viwoods released a update today, and I wanted to talk about that. We'll go over the patch notes today, or patch notes. We'll go over the changelog that they have here. I've been video gaming it up. Patch notes it is. How many of you guys have the Viwoods, and how out of the people who have the Viwoods AI paper, how many of you daily drive it? That would be an interesting thing to know. How many of you guys out there actually daily drive the AI paper? I know it's good and it's getting better. I don't think it's at the point to where it can overtake a Supernote or a Onyx Boox product, but it's always getting better, and it's definitely one of the top tier devices for eInk note taking, in my opinion. But let's go over the changelogs here. Take a look at that. I'm more interested in a few things here, so we won't probably touch on all of the things in the changelog, but we will touch on the things that I thought were the most interesting. And you guys can let me know what you think about these devices or these features in the chat here. Or if I'm missing a feature that you guys think is interesting and I was like, okay, I don't care about that, you guys let me know. Because I don't use every feature in these devices, right? It's very use case specific. So my use case is going to be different from yours, and yours is going to be different from mine. And what I prioritize in my my note taking features is probably going to be different than what you prioritize. So if you guys prioritize things that I'm not talking about, let me know. Because I don't even know how to use all of what these devices can do. Case in point, David from David at Tablet Tech, we're going to look at his video a little bit later on too. I was watching his video, learning some things about the Reader app on the Remove that I thought was very interesting, that could have helped me do some of the demoing that I was doing for the features on the Reader app. So always something new to learn, and everyone's use case is different. So, you know, we're just learning from each other. Let's see what we got here. Aaron says he dailies the Mini. Same software. So, how do you feel about the new updates? Have you actually? Aaron was in the Discord earlier this morning talking about some of the updates. Have you gotten a chance to see any of the updates other than I think we were talking about the customization screen there for the home screen, which I think is very, very cool. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the updates we have here. Every time I do an update for the Viwoods, you guys let me know how you feel about that, or if it's happening to you as well. I have to redo my mail, and yeah, then it asks me for pop server and IMAP stuff. Yeah, and I don't want to configure that, so I just go with my normal email because I don't want to have to reconfigure that every time. But that's a pain. And it happened to anyone else having to reconfigure their email after every update? What do we got here? We'll go to the update. Whoops. All right, so this is update 3.93. Let's go back a little bit here. And we're going to talk about some of the specific features of this particular update, but and this is a pretty lengthy one to go through. But like I said, I'm going to call out my key features that I thought were very interesting, which, like I said, again, may be different from yours. So if you prioritize some features, let me know. Or if you prioritize some of these updates that I'm not talking about, let me know. what do we got here? So the Viwoods. My observations off the rip is basically like I really do like what they're doing to the UI. So the UI is changing and evolving as they do updates, and they change little things here and there with the UI, whether it be cosmetic, whether it be adding some functionality or shortcut to this, which the airplane mode is an added shortcut that we have now. But they're definitely making strides in the UI. Like I'm really liking how their UI is coming along. And to me, that was one of the sticking points. I don't know if you guys remember when I first got this device and was talking about it, I hated the UI. I did not like how the UI looked. I did not think it was very like cohesive, and it wasn't very unique. It seemed way busier than it needed to be. This shortcut menu helps that. Them changing the look of their AI has helped that. So I really do appreciate how they've gone about working with this device. They're always improving it, and I really do like that. I mean, that's all you can ask, right? And people forget. If Viwoods wasn't here, just a year ago, you know what I'm saying? Like they weren't a thing. So for them to have come this far from where they were when they first released the device is pretty impressive. And I say that all the time, but it definitely is pretty impressive. What do we got in the chat here? The remarkable move had the Kindle integrated into its system. It would be a killer device, says Alec, if the remarkable did. I agree with that, and we're going to talk more about that as well. And I think that's something that's coming. I think the remarkable is going to see that. Like I mentioned this a lot. And I'm going to make a couple of videos about the portability and there are lots of portable devices on the market. We got the Viwoods AI Mini. We got the Nomad, right? We got Tab Mini C. So we have portable devices in the eInk space. Color ones as well. None are as premium looking and feeling as this. Now the Supernote platform is premium. It's a premium platform. But like I'm just saying, like when you look at it, we know, right? Like people that are in the community, like or steeped into the eInk culture, we know the value of the remarkable using plastic for its build, making it more durable, right? Keeping the cost down a little. There's a lot of reasons they're and just differentiating themselves from other players in the market who are going with metal. But the thing about that is like metal is a premium material when you're building stuff, but it's not just about you're making a case out of metal. The Tab Mini C is a prime example of a device that is metal and glass, but the design is just trash. It's a good device. I love it. It works well. But if we're just judging the design, the optics of it, it's like the least appealing eInk device I own. So just the pure fact of having premium materials doesn't do it. You have to have someone that knows what to do with those materials and design around it. Yeah, so that's the thing. So I just think that the remove is portable in a way that other eInk devices aren't, and it has something to do with size, but it's not all about size. It's about the design. It's about how it looks. It's about the size too, because it is slimmer. People discount that, like people discount the size of the remove and say, oh, that's just this is a bit smaller. It's just a bit narrow. Like I say that I make this comparison between Apple and Remarkable all the time, and there's a lot of it. The similarities are uncanny. When you use a Remarkable, or when you have a Remarkable device and you got the remove and it has that awkward size and it's just slightly smaller than the Nomad, like you have to think about that. Like at one point, people said the same thing about the iPad. Think about how the iPad has proliferated the market and mainstream usership. Like, think about what, right? It's nothing like it was when people forget how these these devices that start categories start out. They don't start out as the bombshell that they become. Like the iPad, when the iPad first came out, this was people's. I was again another day one. I'm a day one buyer. I'm in line in the Syracuse Apple store, since like 10 o'clock the night before, waiting for the iPad to launch so I can be one of the first people in line to get one. I was there, so I get it. But the iPad, even though I was excited by it, no one cared. Everyone was like, oh, it's just a big iPhone. Who cares? Well, a lot of people care. And a lot of people understand that now. That wasn't the case then. That's how I see the Remove. I see the Remove as being in that space of like huge potential. People just don't know why it's there yet. I think why it's there yet. I think that that aha moment is going to come when they fix the Reader app and make it. But even still though, I learned some things from Dave at Tablet Tech and that help with the Reader app, right? I mean, we're going to play some of his video today. But if just off the rip, if you want to learn some cool things about the Remove and not even just specific to the Remove, it's the Remarkable platform in general. Dave at Tablet Tech is doing some great stuff over there. Great. I mean, he's making some really good videos over there about the Remarkable platform. And rookie, veteran, both alike. I made this comment on the video. Everyone can learn something from the video. The last few videos he's put out, I think, have been remarkable. And they've been excellent. So definitely go to the channel, check them out, subscribe if you want to see some really good content and learn some things. But that's the thing, right? They're going to get to that point. I think Remarkable is going to get to that point. What else we got here? I will tell you the Note Max is jaw dropping. Parmesan says the Note Max is jaw dropping. Oh, so did you just get it, Parm? And how's it going anyway? Yeah, let me know how long you've had that, Parm. And if you just got it, I think it's going to be good, right? I just don't think it's that much different than the Go 10.3, so it doesn't really interest me like that. I'm going to get it eventually. It's just not high on my list. It's definitely not high on my list. It's a bigger 10.3 to me, and faster, which definitely makes a difference. Definitely makes a difference. What do make iPad commercial 2019? I don't know. I will say this. I think what you're trying to say is back in the day, the iPad commercial. That's what I got from that. It was good. The commercials in 2019 were good. They were great. Let's go ahead back to the Viwoods update. Okay, so update 3.9.3. Oh, what happened here? All right, so these are the things I like about this update. So this is the update, the changelog here. But these are the things that I like about the update. So we got customizable home screen. So that's one of the things we're going to talk about. Actually, we're not even going to mince around here. We're going to go right to the meat and potatoes here. So we got customized home screen. So if you long press on the home screen, you get this option right here to where you can customize the home screen. So you can customize it, but the customization is very limited, right? But I love the fact that they're giving you options, and I can see them expanding this later, right? This is iterative, but very big moves here. So obviously you got the default. I moved mine to the minimal mode, which basically, if you put it on, well, let's look at the normal mode. So normal mode basically is what you normally see, right? Actually, normal mode is better for me now. Is this normal mode? Oh, this is minimal mode. Okay, so continue. Okay, here we go. So this is normal mode. Too busy for me. I've never liked this. I've always thought it was like, what? I can't do it. So what happened was, I go to, and I just think it's too busy. I just didn't like how it was sectioned off, and I didn't like how it was like tiles, or widgets, but not really dynamic. That was another problem. I'm like, if you're gonna have widgets, make it be dynamic. But that's a whole nother gripe. I didn't like the busy nature of this right here. It was just too much going on. But if you go to the minimal mode, this, like, holy cow, night and day to me. I was like, wow, this is how it should be. This is great. Just 3 widgets here. Bigger so I can see more of what it is I want to see. I love it. I really do like it. And this just simplifies that. It makes it into 3 tiles here, and that's awesome. The next one is a combination mode. I couldn't figure out Oh, I guess what it is it gives you the three sections, but the last section has two things, so it's divided up into two widgets. I still prefer the simplified version, the minimal version here. But anyway, those are the options you have for the home screen. The next thing I thought was very interesting on here was the lasso. Now, they brought this up on the changelog here. So let's take a look at the changelog. And I couldn't find this or how it worked here. So let's just take a look here. Where was this lasso feature at? So they optimized the text event creation using the lasso tool. So when I saw that, I'm thinking optimized event creation using the lasso tool. I'm thinking it works like what the Supernote does. And if you were to circle something, like, let me just show you real quick here. Like if I were to, hello world, the default. So if I were to select hello world, oops, what the, let's try it again. So this is what I thought would happen. If I select hello world, I get the option to add it to the calendar as an event. So I can add it right here. Oh, look, let's get down here. There we go. Now we can see. Let's try this one more time, you guys. So if I were to select hello world, I get an option to where I can add it as a new event into the calendar, right? Straight from the Notepad app. And I thought, okay, fine. Viwoods is adding that kind of functionality to their device now. But that's not what's happening here. Because when I went to the note that I created here, and I went to select something, let's just say get gas. I don't get an option here to create an event. So I don't know what they meant by that, but I put it on my list because that's what I thought they meant. So if you guys know what they meant by that whole thing, let me know because I have no clue. But yeah, so moving on to the next thing I got here. Actually, let's go to the chat real quick before we move on to the next thing we got on the changelog. Who wins, iPhone 16 or Vivo X200 Ultra? I don't know about that Vivo X200 Ultra. I think the iPhone, we're on the 17 now, right? So, all right, hi LX Ben. I got my eye on you. I'm watching you. I just caught it this weekend. The extra screen real estate is so amazing. I have the Go 10.3 writing and reading on the Note doesn't make sense. How amazing it is in comparison. Wow. What do you think about the speed, Palm? So Palm just got the Note Max after using the Go 10.3. How do you like the speed? Is the speed difference negligible or is it noticeable? All right. What else we got here? For the update. So moving on to the learning app, they added remarkable style, undo, and redo. And this also applies to the mailbox. But it also applies to the Pages app too. I don't know why they had it just under the learning app on the changelog, but whatever. Let's take a look. So basically, undo, redo. So if I were to write here, whoops. Okay, let's go back to the pen. So if I were to write hello world here and I wanted to undo, I could double tap. And it would eventually take hold. You see how it's not really, it works. It's just not very responsive. Not as responsive as the Remarkable is. Let's take a look at how that works on the Remarkable or the Remove here. So on the Remove, how you would do that. Oh, this is Monday. Where's Tuesday? Do we have Tuesday? We don't. Okay. I'm going to say I love the writing on the Remove way more than I do on any other device right now that's not a Supernote. Period. Their lines look really good. Like I don't have any issue with their lines. So I don't know. I really do like it. I really do like how it writes, and their algorithm for strokes and how it represents on the screen is just brilliant. I really do. I like how my handwriting looks on this device over all others. But yeah, moving on. So if I wanted to undo, you see how it's responsive, right? Oops, you can't see my finger. Let's go back. So you see how responsive it is, right? Like that wasn't like, and you don't have to double tap either. It's just a single tap. It's just super responsive, and the 2-finger tap or 3-finger tap brings it back. So it's super responsive. I like how it works. The Viwoods is like that, but you have to double tap, not single tap. So we are on the Viwoods again. We're double tapping. Okay, maybe we have to redo it again. Okay, yeah, so just not as responsive, but it works, okay? So that is a cool feature. So I'll, not as responsive, but I'll take that. I'll take that. When I use the GoTemper 3, I use a planner PDF, and I notice when I tap on hyperlinks and change pages, I feel like I have to tap multiple times. The Note Max has been super responsive. Awesome. The new event creation is available under Notes, Paper, and Meetings in the AI section. Lasso, select AI, then create event. Thanks, Sparky Man. I appreciate that. Sparkin Man. The event creation is available under Notes, Paper, and Meetings in the AI section. Lasso, select AI, then create event. Oh, thank you. So let's try that again. Let's lasso select get gas. And we'll go to AI. Create event. Oh, gotcha. So it does work. That's what's up. Sparky Man, you saved the day, bruh. I appreciate you. I really appreciate that. That's what's up. Also, look under settings, pen gestures, quick gestures for some button settings. Yeah, I'm gonna show that too. I noticed that in the change log. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's see, this is killer. See, this is all right. I like this. This is what I want, and this is great. It's weird that it's under AI, right? I feel like that should be something that should be pulled out of that AI menu and just added to the shortcut menu. Like, just create event. You know what I'm saying? Like, why does that have to be an AI thing? But whatever, dude. To me, my thought is, don't have it in the menu if it doesn't need to be a menu. You know what I'm saying? And that could have just been in the shortcut menu. That's just my 2 cents, though. I love that, though. I love that. Okay, so cool. So we figured that out. Awesome. Great feature. I'm glad I put that on the list. Undo redo. We just went over the undo redo section of that. And like I said, it's not as responsive as the Remarkables, but it works and I like it. Paper. So the next thing we have is the Paper app where we can insert images, and I show that right here. And I basically just took a screenshot of another note and I input it into this particular note that I have right here. So this is just this is an image right here. Can we write over the image? We can. Can we get rid of that writing over the image? Oh boy, if this is more responsive, it could be good. Okay, what the? All right, let's just undo. There we go. It could use work, but the fact that they have it there, it means that they can improve on it and make it better over time. So I love that. Single page duplication is another thing we have here. So let's go to Pages view, and we can just long press single page, copy, duplicate, and then you can move that wherever you want. So hitting the copy, it makes a duplicate for you, and then you can do whatever you want with that. So bam, I like that. What else we got here? We have manually edit default dates and headers. I couldn't figure out that. Manually edit default dates and headers. Sparkin' Man, what you got? Walk me through this. I know you know. um, I couldn't figure out that manually edit default dates on here. So that was the thing. And headers. I didn't even know we had a header system. Am I behind the curve? Aaron says under AI, I think because it's using AI to create the event, similar to the speech creation feature. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that, but I wish they would pull it out. Palm said L is back. Word. Yo, that's why I said I'm keeping my eye on you. HLLX Ben. I'm definitely keeping my eye on you, bro. Tap date in the upper right in a note. Okay, so bruh, I'm in a whoa. Oh, wait. Am I not in notes now? Is this not a note? Wait, see, this is why I don't like the fragmentation. I gotta be in a note. It's a quick note. Like meeting note? I gotta be in a meeting note, bruh? Oh, come on. Why? Why you gotta have me in a meeting note? And what are we doing? Tap the date in the upper right corner. Okay, yeah, this is definitely not what he was talking about here. Okay, no, this is definitely not what was going on. But I like the idea. I like the idea. Like, I think it needs, I think when, for me, this is how I see it. I feel like I'm pretty tech savvy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can figure things out. If you give me something, I'll figure it out. But why should it be hard? Tim Apple chatbot in the chat. Oh, it's in paper. Oh, so it's in paper. Okay, cool. So we're in paper. All right, so I'm in paper. I'm at the top right. At the top right, I don't see a date over here. Am I tripping? All right, you know what? It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard to figure that out. Really, honestly, it shouldn't be that. This is like how Onyx has their table of contents like in a menu for long tapping. Why isn't it in the menu with all the other tools for organization? Like, why? Why would that not be a thing? How we doing? Oh, we're doing good. Okay, cool. If you're liking the content so far, hit the like button for me. Support independent creators. Support independent creators. Can't get no more independent than this. I'm on an island, a self-imposed island. We're good to go though. What do we got here? The next thing we're going to talk about is going to be, we talked about image insertion. We talked about manually edit default dates and headers, which I could not figure out. They need to make that easier. Okay, that shouldn't be an exercise in futility, but it is. Let's move on to the pin. Button configurations within 1 centimeter. Let's actually look at that real quick. So they have some button configurations for the pin. But let's take a look at what that actually means here. So I really like how they did this. I really do like how they did this. So they give you options here. Oh, and you can customize quick gestures. Clear ghosting from the left. Okay, did we know this, you guys? Did you guys know this? I think this is the first time I've seen this. Turn page and add page. Okay, yeah, we know that. Okay, this is, yeah, they just added the redo, undo. Okay, I think we knew this. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm tripping. Okay, anyway, back to the gestures here, or the pin sensitivity. I like a couple things they've done here, so let's check that out. The first thing I like that they've done is they've given you options for their default pin. You get more options, but then they give you options for a pin like mine that's not their default pin. That's, you know, the Lammy I like with the crystal nib. Speaking of crystal nib, check out the store, rantsaboutTech.com. If you like ceramic nibs, we have the Supernote ceramic over there that you can put in almost any standard EMR pen. Check it out, rantsaboutTech.com. Okay, moving on. But the point is they give you options for a third-party pen. Awesome. Another thing I like that they do, and this is the coolest part. Look at this. Can we zoom down here so we can see this? Now, this is another thing I like that they've done. Really cool thing that they've done here. So you can have different functionality for your pen based on its distance from the screen. So if your pen is over 1 centimeter from the screen and you hit your button on your pen, it's just gonna erase. So if I raise my pen up here, hit the button, and then go down, it's going to erase. Now, if I'm writing and I just hold the pen, the functionality is going to be different. So if your pen is within 1 centimeter from the screen, then the button functionality is something different. I love that. That reminds me of the Supernote functionality here, where on the Supernote, they do the same thing, except it's a double tap. So if you hold your button down, you can customize it to be a select. So I have mine customized to be a select. But if I double tap the button, and hold it, so you got double tap and hold. No, you don't. You don't have to hold it. You just double tap. It becomes a stroke erase. Well, it was a stroke erase. There we go. It becomes a stroke erase if you double tap it. Now, that's kind of the same thing they're doing here on the Viwoods, except that you don't have to double tap, which I think is way better, because double tapping can be finicky, right? I mean, if you try to double tap your button, you may not hit it exactly right. And as you can see there, I had some problems with initiating that stroke erase. But if it was as simple as me raising it to a different height and pushing the button and getting a different response from the button, that's awesome. That's like multi-functionality to your button. It's like having a second button, essentially. I like that. What do we got in the chat here? On the paper, tap the date and time. Now you can edit that to reflect whatever date you want. But what app are we talking about? Because I don't have a date in my paper app. Like, you guys let me know, because I cannot figure that out. Like, you guys let me know how that works. Clearing ghosting has always been there. Yeah, those options have always been there. What made it look different to me, Aaron, is the fact that they had the undo redo, the new things that they've added. I just wasn't used to seeing that there, which made it look a little bit different to me. It works in meetings as well. What? Let's try that. Oh, anyway, finishing out my thought. I like the fact that defaultly, if your pen is 1 centimeter away from the tablet, it's erase. You can customize what it does when you don't raise the pen up that high. And you can have that be an eraser. You can have it be a lasso erase. You can have it be the lasso, or you can have it be a highlighter. I really do like that customization. Let's go back to see if we can get that date and heading together. So top right corner this is my paper app, you guys. At the top right corner of my paper app, I don't have a date right here. Am I missing something? Like, is my paper app different from other people's? What's going on? Like, I don't see a date or a header anywhere here. You guys let me know what I'm missing. Date and time is on the first page. What the? What? Chat. Why? Okay, I have a problem with that. The first problem I have with that is assuming that I only want to know this information. I'm always going to be on the first page. What are we doing? What? That should be on every page. That's so silly. I didn't even know that was there. And that is because it's only on the first page. What are we? That should be all right. I literally, when I was writing on this earlier, I was writing on this, doing some writing samples. These writing samples right here, I was doing those earlier, and I'm like, you know what? I want to see how good the new pens look, because they said they improved the strokes and all of that, and I do believe that. I do believe they've definitely made it better, and it looks a lot better. Strokes happen more naturally, and look cleaner, 100%. But I was looking at this page when I was writing this, thinking to myself, one of the problems I have with this platform is that you don't. Let me back up a little bit. One of the problems I have with this platform is that you don't know what the name of your note is. All right, case in point, we got the Supernote here. No matter what page I'm on, I know what note I'm on. I know what page I'm on. Like, oh my, they need that. You should never not know what note you're in. Like, as if to say my memory is that good. And to say, oh, you have to go back to the first page to see what note you're in. Viwoods, change that. Every page should have that information on it. Oh. Okay. What are we talking about in the chat? Unfortunately, editing the dates in the Papers app does not get reflected on the daily calendar app. It's still tied to creation date. Too bad. Yeah, definitely, Sparky, man. I appreciate that. You using quick notes in Paper? No. I do occasionally, but not all the time. You have to be on page 1. It's part of your header. That's so disappointing. Every page should have a header. Every page should have what note you're in. Every page should let you change that header. Oh, here we go. Yep, I knew it. Dude, I don't know who this is. I don't know who HLDHI Hill X been. Oh, bruh, but I know what name you go by, aka L. Dr. Ling, L is back. L, this is gonna be a cat and mouse game. I see it. L's gonna be. You know what? I almost want L to stay. No, I can't. We gotta hide L. I'm sorry, L. Listen, L. I love it. This is fun. You should create another account and keep doing this. You should definitely do this. Occasionally, this is fun. I can do this. All right, let's see what this does. Supernote and Boox ties the name to the toolbar. Supernote is a header. L from Who'sville. Word. Yo, I love you, L. Listen, I love you, L. You weren't banned on the other accounts. I just timed you out for a little while, so you can come back and tell us how good Christmas is, okay? In Christmas Town. Listen, we got our first troll in L. Like I love it. I love it. Oh man. Anyway, what were we talking about before L started talking about Christmas? Boox doesn't give you a header for each page. Now the information is in the toolbar, but technically not in the page. True. I think only Supernote does it the right way. Honestly, I just gave away how Viwoods could fix this for themselves. If they just decided to say, hey, we'll add a header to each page, and we'll also add the date and note title to each page. That's what needs to happen. They need to add the date to each page, the header to each page, and they need to add the note name to each page. And let me change all of those. Let all of those be editable. I mean, they could be going that route. This could be them taking that route. So I don't know. But I do know I like that. So moving on. What else we got here? What other feature I liked on this new update? We covered the button configurations. We covered they added white as a color. So you can choose white as a color for your pen selection, which is it's weird that they didn't have that already, but whatever. Improved handwriting. So we just talked about that. So I do like the handwriting. So the improved handwriting is real. It is definitely way more improved than what it used to be. I can't tell you, leaps and bounds above what it used to be. Now, their calligraphy pen still can't touch Remarkables. Okay, so this is their calligraphy pen. It's gotten better. Let's get down here a little more. Their calligraphy pen has gotten a lot better, but it's still not touching the Remarkables calligraphy pen. And let's take a look at Remarkables calligraphy pen by comparison here. This is the best calligraphy in the game right here. You see the difference? You see what I'm saying? Like, holy, like this is like rounded where it needs to be rounded. None of the edges are rounded here, which makes it look a little sharp, more sharp than it should be. I think this is a way better representation of calligraphy, but that's just my personal take. Their fountain pen is on point. Let's get down here. Can we get closer to this fountain pen? Oh my goodness, chat. I didn't even know we could get that close. I had no idea. Can it stop moving? Okay. I had no idea we can get that close, but here we go. Calligraphy. That's the calligraphy for the AI paper, and this is the calligraphy for Remarkable. AI paper, Remarkable. I mean, the Remarkable is a little darker. I mean, I didn't check the line thickness, but I'm just talking about the way that it writes it. This looks beautiful. That's okay. That's cool, but it ain't beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It ain't beautiful. We got fountain pen right here. The fountain pen to me looks good because, well, I don't know. Never mind. Not the fountain pen. The ballpoint pen. There we go. The ballpoint pen, they nailed it. The little intricacies, like what happens at the top of the lines right here, they nailed that. The little ball that's at the tip right there of the me finishing the W, they nailed that. They do a really good job. Fine liner, I don't like none of the fine liners in any of the markers here, so whatever. Pencil, killed it. They have the best pencil that's not Remarkable. Their pencil is better than Supernote pencil, period. You can argue me about that all day, and that's debatable. But to me, this is better than Supernote pencil. It's better than Onyx's pencil. It ain't better than Remarkable's pencil. But this is the best pencil in the game that's not Remarkable, period. And this Thinker's marker, I like. I don't know why I like it. It looks like a brush, but I like it. I don't know why, but I do. All right, let's go to the chat, see what we got here. Sparky Man says, oh no, let's go up further than that. Christina Ray, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Did that make Rod a Grinch? Probably does. Probably does. Grincher Rick. Good. Sparky Man says, I'm not sure if it was there before the new update, but in the paper section, you can now associate a note with a day, like you could with meetings before. It's under the 3 dots menu in papers. Ooh, let's take a look at that. Paper section, you can now associate a note with a day. Let's go to the paper section. You can associate a note with a day. So reassociate. Ooh, yeah. All right, so let's take a look at that. So if I'm in a note right now, if I go down to the bottom to the hamburger bar, we get reassociate. So I'm not sure if that was there either. So you can reassociate the note with a different day if you wanted to, right there. From what Aaron was saying, you can change that from the header too. It looks like on the you got to be on the first page. I do not like that. I wish they would change that. That's a misstep in my opinion. What else we got here? I think the day associated was there before the update. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was there or not, but that's definitely a good feature to point out. I much prefer the calligraphy options we have nowadays. It has been long enough to get there. Yes. They've taken a long time to get there. I really do like what they've done, eInk, for sure. It's come a long way. A long way. Not just the calligraphy, just their strokes, period. Their handwriting, period, has come a long way. I really like what they're doing. Like if they're moving at this pace, can you imagine where they're going to be in another year? Like, I want to say it took Remarkable a number of years to get their stuff together with like updates and making things usable from the first Remarkable. Like they're making strides, man. And in another year, I can see them having all of this worked out and them working on pushing the boundaries of eInk at that point. Give them another year to work out all the kinks and innovate in areas that bring them in line with other eInk tablet makers. Dude, after that, the sky's the limit for them, in my opinion. I don't get used to the fountain pens in the reg. I don't get to use fountain pens on the reg, so the chance to use them in my notes is peak. Absolutely. You putting a lot of sauce on Remarkable, says Aaron. Although I think you are blinded by the design. It will wear off in a month. No, bro. No. Good design doesn't wear off. Listen, hold on. Let me show you guys good design. Hold on. Can I bring my phone over here? Is the iPhone connected? I don't think it's connected. Oh, it's not. No, it's not connected. Let's see if I can move the iPhone over here. Oh, let's see if I can move the iPhone. I can't. Let me go get what I think is good design. All right, so chat. This right here is why I'm gonna say the design of the iPhone will wear off in a while. No, bro, it won't. Because this right here, I don't know how old this phone is. This is the iPhone 3G or iPhone 4S. This is the iPhone 4S. I love the design of this phone. All glass, just a plain all glass back, no camera bump. It sits flat on the desk. It sits flat on the desk. No wobbling. Like, this to me is the pinnacle of cell phone design. You know, button at the top so I'm not accidentally hitting it when I'm trying to do other stuff. Like, them moving the power button to the side of the phone was like, that was just, I did not like, when they did that, I did not like that at all. This to me was the prime location for it. You didn't accidentally hit it when you were trying to do other things like with volume and, anyway, size, perfect. Like, I mean, the button in the front, I could have did without. Like, the way we do it now with face recognition is all great. So, you could have just made this whole phone screen, right? But this to me is the pinnacle of phone design, even now, Aaron. Even now. And this phone came out over a decade ago. So, good design stands the test of time. Good industrial design stands the test of time. I'm still impressed by Bond razors from back in the 70s. Anybody remember Bond? Bond design stood the test of time. German design. Like, to me, that's, when I was growing up, that was the pinnacle of design. Bond. I would just look through magazines waiting to see a Bond designed anything. when I was a kid. So it stands the test of time. Even now, I love those picks. So no, I won't get tired of this design right here because it's so classic. This design of the remove is classic. Oh boy, what did I do? Okay, we're good to go. It's a classic design. It's just screen, metal sides, and a plastic back. Like, that's classic design. Same with the Remarkable Paper Pro. Like, I would use this more because I love the screen more, but that design on a Remarkable Paper Pro is second to none. Second to none. Aaron says, I hated that iPhone. That was the best iPhone, bro. The iPhone 4S, best iPhone ever made. Design-wise, best iPhone ever made. Header is different than the reassociate. Yeah. Oh, is it? So the date for the header is different than the date for the reassociation. So is the reassociation a date that you modified then? That would get confusing. Why would that be different? I don't understand why that would be different. What else we got here on this Viwoods update that we could talk about? Added new search features. Preview options and knowledge base merging. What else? Added lasso selection tool to the memo. So that's cool. Selection tool in the memo. We've already checked that out, but they've added that to the memo. The only thing I want to check out is the search features. Sparking, man, what we got? We got some good search features there. Reassociate shows on the calendar app. Oh, that's just for the calendar. Thank you. So when you go to reassociate a note, you associate it with its date in your calendar, not the creation date or modification date, which is associated with the header date. Am I correct on that, Sparking Man? Let me know. Dr. Ben, how's it going? Thanks for joining. What I am always curious about is that people praise the iPhone mini, calling for more smaller phones, yet nobody bought it and they shelved it. I wish there were more smaller phones now. I do too. I am a small phone advocate. Like, these things don't need to be big, especially in the world of tablets, right? Like, they don't need to be big. And I think what's going to happen is the same thing. Like, I say this all the time with technology and moving forward. Convenience wins. Always. Sparking Man says yes about my associating with the calendar and the modified / creation date. Thank you. I appreciate that confirmation, Sparking Man. That date thing should be associated with the paper to your calendar. It is, Aaron. I think that's what Sparking Man was saying. I do think smaller phones. We're gonna get to a day where small phones are gonna go back to being like this. I think we're gonna get to that day. I really do. But that may be a long time from now because they seem to be getting bigger. But I like small phones. But you're right. You're right, Dr. Ben. No one supported it. What else we got here? The search feature. So let's check out the search feature here. Am I missing something? Yeah, clearly I'm missing something. Okay, no. Okay, so the global search feature, I guess, is what they were talking about here. All paper meetings, learning, picking, memo. So did they just improve it? Because it doesn't look like anything different here. So maybe they just made it better. So maybe they just improved how the search works. But those are the things I thought were interesting. I thought those things are very interesting on the Viwoods update there. Also, as a good of design that Remarkable has, they are never your go-to tablet. They look amazing, but when you want to complete a task as the last tablet you pick up. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. This is not my daily driver. I love it. It looks good. The design is beautiful, but it is not my daily driver. That would be this thing right here. And this thing right here, the Go 10.3. These two are my daily drivers right here. The Go 10.3 and the Nomad Manta. If you want to throw when I'm doing technical work, I use the Note Air 4C as well. But yeah, so those are the daily drivers. So this is not that kind of device, right? This, I love it. It can do more, and I think for me, it'll get more use. I mean, I use it now for just all my random notes. So when I used to just use the Nomad for all the random notes, but this is more for organizing those notes now. I use this for just jotting down a random note because it fits in more places. Not only does it fit in more places, I mean, I discount having the ability to do this, but that's huge. Like when the pen's just always there, it just makes it simple. Like I'm taking this around and I'm just sitting it somewhere, and everything I need is right there, and I'm done with it, and I'm good, and I go on to something else. So this is valuable for it's just a paper replacement for a quick note, and then I organize those notes later on my Nomad. Yeah, so that's how I use this. It's not my daily driver. If I go outside, this is a device I use as well, because if I'm going out on the go, I'm not writing dissertations out there in the wild. I'm coming home to do that in a nice, comfortable environment. This is just my on the go, jotting down notes, things I want to take note of, or if I want to read something. Like remarkable, like eInk brought this up in the Discord, and this is something that I take for granted sometimes, but you can push. There's a web app that you have in your browser, right? If you go to your browser, you can download a Remarkable extension that allows you to turn any web page that you're reading into a PDF and sends that to your Remarkable. And so you just, once you do that, now you can send anything you're reading on the web to your Remarkable as a PDF. Bam, it's on the Remarkable, and now I can read those things on a go in a color eInk device with a screen that's better than any other color eInk device, in my opinion. Like I said, that's debatable, but in my opinion, it's the best color screen on an eInk device yet. Like this beats the Remarkable Paper Pro even. This beats the Note Air 4C for color for me even. I mean, brighter background. The background I don't think is whiter than the Note Air 4C. The Note Air 4C has a whiter background, but this is definitely a brighter background. And what else? The colors pop more on here. I only think the Note Air 4C does a few colors better than the Remarkable, but overall color, way better on here than the Note Air 4C. Way better. So when you talk about reading stuff on the go, I'm taking this over anything, bruh. Like I'm taking the Remarkable, I'm taking the Remove over everything. It's way more portable. I would normally take the Note Air 4C as something to read on the go, because it's color, it's eInk, and it's my only option right now for color eInk, other than the Remarkable Paper Pro. And the Remarkable Paper Pro is just too unwieldy for a portable thing to use on like the train or whatever. This is train gold right here. If you're a commuter and like you have the ability to push things to a Remarkable to read, and you're reading web pages and you want to read those web pages on the go, you can even convert many formats to PDF format and put them on here. You don't get the reflow options you get on other devices unless you are using. Actually, reflow works if you're using the Remarkable extension for your browser, and you're converting web page articles to PDFs to view on your Remarkable device. Reflow works there. It doesn't work in the Reader app, oddly enough, but but there's options, and this is something we can talk about actually now. There are options for that though. So I wanted to bring up a video that that Dave made. David at tablet tech, check his channel out. Let's go over there right now. Check his channel out. It's a really cool channel. He makes really good content about all kinds of devices. He has quite a few eInk devices. But this one right here was something that I didn't think about when I was doing my my demonstration for the Reader app. So let's go ahead and check out Dave and see what he has to say. Actually, I'm not sliding as well. These socks I'm wearing are too slippery. I need some socks with a little bit more grip on them. Oh yeah. So when I slide back and forth, I can move in my little chair. You guys know how I like to slide back and forth in my little chair. All right, let's check out Dave's video. I'm telling you, veteran, rookie alike, you can learn something from Dave's videos on the Remarkable platform. Like he's handing out gems on these videos. So let's check it out.
So when I look at this, the text is off.
I need to get my sound right, chat. I need to get my sound right. I know you guys can hear it. You guys are good. Me, not so much. Oh, where's the Bluetooth? Oh, where's the... Okay, we got the Bluetooth. Now where's the sound? Oh. Now we got sound. Okay, chat, we good to go.
And I know that, people have talked about pinching to zoom and stuff like that.
Pinch to zoom does not work well. Remarkable definitely needs to work on their responsiveness for the screen. Oddly enough, though, it works perfect sometimes and not other times. So go figure.
But really, you can just come over here to your three dots, depending on where your menu is at. Come into Adjust View and then Text Settings. And what you always want to do on the Remarkable Paper Pro Move under page margins is use this third skinniest of the page margins here.
Yep.
Select Save.
That's the exact same thing I talked about on the live. I didn't know a couple of these things, though. He's about to mention now, though. Super good information here.
And then it will reformat itself to fit this device. And
this is for people who are trying to get the most out of the Reader app on the Remove. Like there are ways to get good visuals on the Remove for reading. These are going to become a couple of those tips, really, but there's ways to do it.
You don't have to worry about, every page from then on is going to be, formatted to fit this device. Okay, I want to show you something similar with PDFs. I have a sample PDF here.
And this is the problem I had. Like the thing he just resolved. I figured that out, but this is something that I hadn't figured out that he taught me in this video.
If you have a PDF that is too large for the screen, I've seen some people saying, hey, when I zoom this page and I get it where I want it to be, then when I flip pages, the next one, I also have to zoom on that page. That's not necessarily the case. What you can do is same idea that I showed you before. Come to your menu, do Adjust View, and then you can fit it to width, which is what you want to do, or you can fit it to height. I'm going to say fit it to width. Now it's going to...
That's brilliant. That's beautiful. I don't know if I knew that at some point and just forgot it, but I didn't know that option was there for whatever reason, and I didn't use it when I did my demonstration. And man, Dave came through with this, because that fixes my problem that I've been having with putting PDFs on the Remove to read. Is just that it would just go beyond the borders, even though I had the thinnest margins picked or the widest margins picked, so that it would squeeze the content into the page so I can see it all. It wouldn't work with every PDF. This feature, though, I tried it with all the PDFs I have on my Remove, and it worked with every one of them. So this is a great workaround for people who are trying to get the text to fit on the screen. And that's not just for the Remove. This is for the Remarkable Paper Pro as well. Shing says, and you can resize the articles as well. So you can resize the on the Remove. Yeah, I think this is great.
Going to fit within the sides of my screen, and that applies to every page in the...
And that's the big part. It applies to every page after that. You can reconfigure it with zooming, but then it's going to go back after you do that. This is great.
PDF file, so you don't have to keep zooming for every page. The next tip talks about how to add a page to a PDF. For example, if you've got a PDF template like I have here, this is one that I built for the Remarkable Paper Pro Move.
And he sells templates for the Remove. Definitely check him out. I got his video linked in the description of this video. So if you want no more information about his his particular PDF templates, go check out the video. He's got a link in his video with that information there. Yeah, go support Dave, because he's doing some good work over there, and I really appreciate the work he's putting in. Let's take a look at this, and then I'll have a comment after that.
I featured it in my last video. It's available in 6 different colors for $5 on Etsy. I'll put the link in the description if you're interested in that.
Yeah, definitely go check out Dave. Support my guy.
But when you come into this, if you are taking notes and you need an additional notes page, for example, in this one I have 2 notes pages set up per note. Let me show you this real quick. So I have a spot for up to 22 notes in my index here. I can put my note title here and then click on the number 2. It'll take me to my second note in the notebook. I can write my notes here. I can go to the second page, write my notes here, but if I try to go to the third page, I hit the next note. So what I can do is I can come into the menu here, I can go into page overview, and I know that this is the page that I want to duplicate.
So this is just adding a page here. I thought it was interesting because he's doing it with a linked PDF.
So I can hold it down, I can hit duplicate, and now I've got another page just like it. Now it does.
Okay, so that's just duplicating a page. Now, he talks about a few other things here about linking different notes, and he's got a template where he links notes as well. He talks about shortcuts in this video to where you can 2-finger swipe from the top of your remarkable device, like so. We got this here, like so, and get to your favorites and your recents here. It's defaultly on recents, but you can click there and get to your favorites. He talks about a lot of good Supernote tools and tricks in that video. Definitely check them out. You're going to learn something. 100%. You're definitely going. You watch that video, you're going to learn something. And if you just got the remove, yeah, this is going to help you get your reader app where it should be, at least, with the default tools that we have on the Remarkable platform. All right, let's go to the chat real quick. What do we got here? Also a good, Sheen says, Dr. Arden, 100% agree. I hope it comes around again. I know that some smaller means more expensive. Yeah, so Sheen's talking about the smaller phones, and that she hopes they come around again. I think it will. I think it's going to take some time, but I think tech is going to move around to getting smaller. And I think that the iPhone Air is a hint of that future. It's not worth the money for that use case. Says Aaron. Well, it's not worth the money for that use case yet. It's worth the money. Well, see, the thing is with the remove is awesome in a few different ways, right? Maybe it's not worth it for that use case right now, Aaron, but it's worth it for a few. It's worth it for a few use cases. As a companion for the Remarkable Paper Pro, it's totally useful right now. The syncing, no one can match. The backups, no one can match. Scaling, no one can match. Okay, so just as a companion device for the Remarkable Paper Pro, it's super worth it right now, today. For a first remarkable device for someone, it's super relevant right now for that crowd as well. Case in point, if they had this on the market and the Remarkable Paper Pro on the market together at the same time, I would have bought this over the Remarkable Paper Pro. So as a standalone device that's just a note taker, it's super relevant right now. If you want that for that use case, this is perfect. For people who need more than just a paper replacement, then you're going to need more than the Remarkable. But for people who are just like how many of us out there where the Remarkable was your first device? You might have moved on to a Supernote later on. You might have moved on to a Boox product later on. You might have moved on to a Penstar later on or a Viwoods later on. But how many of us out there, the Remarkable was your first device? I'm raising my hand. The Remarkable was my first eInk device. I moved on from it. I kept it because I understood the value in it. Super simple to use. The UI intuitive. The best calligraphy in the game. Even then, when I first got it, it was the same way. The best design in the game still is, like, they still make the best design devices. So the Remarkable Paper Pro Move is relevant for a lot of use cases right now. It's not relevant for the use case it's maybe overkill for the use case I'm putting it to right now, which is like I'm holding out for whoa, this is interesting. I'm holding out for a better reader. But in the meantime, I'm learning workarounds from people like Dave at Tablet Tech. You know, who else? There ain't many people out there like giving these gems away for the Remarkable platform, but Dave is definitely one of them. Yeah, I definitely think that for my use case, maybe it's not. And I understand that I'm a reviewer, so that means I'm excessive no matter what. But for the average person who wants a companion device for the Remarkable Paper Pro, beautiful. You looking for your first Remarkable device? You should not look at anything other than this. I mean, if you can afford it, right? I mean, price could be an issue. But, you know, let's talk about that too. I'm tired of people crapping on Remarkable for the price. I'm tired of hearing this crap. Stop. Like, what are we talking about here? Have you guys looked at the prices for these things lately? I mean, let's be honest here. No one is buying a tablet these days without a pen and a case. Okay, stop it. Just stop it. If you think people are doing that, don't lie to yourself. Okay, don't lie to yourself. No one's doing that. If you're buying an eInk device, and unless you're me, I buy eInk devices without cases all the time because I'm just reviewing them and I don't know if I'm going to keep it or whatever. So I don't go all out with the case thing unless I like keeping it. You know what I'm saying? But most people are going to buy a case and a pen with the device to make it complete. And if you do that, the Remarkable is $500. The Remarkable Paper Pro Move. The Supernote with a pen and a case, the cheapest pen and case, is $448. That's just over $50 more. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Oh, it's too expensive. $50 after that's nothing. You're about to spend $400. What's $50? Like what are we talking about here? Then we look at the only one I can see it being an issue for is the Go 10.3. The Go 10.3 with a case and pen is $409. That's almost $100 more or less than the Remarkable Paper Pro Move. I get that. I could see people complaining about, oh, that argument can be made. Okay, but even still, then I'm just like, that's a weird flex, bro. Like, why are people like, oh, it's not affordable? It's so expensive. That's such an odd statement to make to me. That is such an so odd statement to make. Reviewers are like, oh, it's. I'm like, you guys wake up. What planet are you guys living on? What prices are we talking about here? Aaron says it's more about what you get for what you are paying. Yeah, I agree with that, Aaron. You're getting a better made device. And the Remarkable is great. It's a premium device. It's great. Do not get me wrong. Like I said, and I'm tired of putting my cape on for Remarkable when I make a statement too. So this is going to be the last time I put a cape on for the Supernote platform. Sorry, I'm not caping for the Supernote platform anymore. I can't say it enough that this is my daily driver and it's my second brain system. I use this more than any other device. So I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that argument and statement there. But I will say it's the build quality you cannot deny. The aesthetics you cannot deny. The ability to have the pen on the device that you're walking around with that you're calling portable. The less I have to individually handle when I'm using something and being portable, the better. I have to have an extra hand handy for the pen for my Supernote. I don't need that with this. And not only do I not need that with this stays where I put it at. I don't have to worry about this coming off. I never worry about this coming off. It stays right there. You can't say that about any other device that has a pen that attaches to it. You just can't. So my thing is, you pay for what you get for. Yes. Is this $50 more than this? Yes, it's $50 more. I'm okay with that. You getting a premium build. You're still getting really good software. The software on both of these is good. This is going to be more encompassing, right? It's going to have more bells and whistles, more features. But it's not as pick up and play as the Remarkable platform. I hand this to a 10-year-old in elementary school. He's going to know what to do with it. I don't know that that's going to be the same for that 10-year-old for the Supernote. Although I would give someone a Supernote over a Boox platform. So it's just the levels of complexity. But this is way more durable. Well, I mean, the Manta, if we were talking about the Manta, it would be. I just feel like you're paying more, yes. But for people to be like, oh, it's so much more expensive, it's not affordable. You're spending $400 on an eInk device. For anyone that's spending $400 on an eInk device saying $500 ain't affordable, you're kidding yourself. Okay? You're kidding yourself. If you got $400 to spend on an eInk device, that person should not be saying $500 is expensive. Like, don't get me wrong now. If we were talking about a $200 device and a $500 device, yeah, I get someone saying that's way more expensive. No, good. Yes. If this was $300 more than this, I could see people saying that. If this was $800 and this was $449, then yeah, you can make your argument. But in a world where this is $50 less than this, come on. Price shouldn't even be a thing. And that's just me. I know it is for some people. I get that. I just don't understand it. Right. She says Naka in the Discord, shout out to Naka, has been saying that Supernote is overpriced forever. It really depends on perspective. Right. And that's the thing, right? It's your perspective on it. But I don't think reviewers should be saying, just my opinion. I think the price when you're paying $400 is negligible. $200-$300 difference, I get that. Totally get that. Remarkable is overpriced. This is Aaron. No, it's more about what you get for what you're paying for. I get that. I get that perspective too, Aaron. 100%. I rock with you, but the Move is no more portable than the Nomad, and it's not really that more premium. And no, 10-year-old is getting my $600 e-ink. No doubt. I get you. When spending money, I want it to count. Remarkable is overpriced for what it does. I totally get that perspective. Too many things behind a paywall as well. I agree with that. Now, I agree with that perspective. I understand your perspective on other things. I don't agree with them, but I understand your perspective on Connect, Aaron, for sure. But I mean, you can't argue with results. It's the best at what it does. You pay for it, but it's the best at what it does. But I agree. It should be free. I agree with that. The remove is going to cost me $500 from Amazon, and I am getting a case from third party on Amazon for $26. I feel privileged to be able to afford it. Absolutely. And welcome to the crew, Sheik. Welcome to the remove crew. I'm telling you, it's going to be nice to have someone in the corner. Dr. Ling, did you pull the trigger? Oh, no. We're hooking you up, Dr. Ling. We're hooking you up. I got some news for you too. I will use it more than any of my other devices, so it's worth the cost. See, that's what I'm saying. When I go out now, this is the device I have, and unlike now, I've been saying this for a long time. I love the Nomad, but it doesn't have a good reader app. And if you're asking me, which of the devices I'd rather read on, which of the two devices that have garbage reader apps would I rather read on? it's going to be this one for two reasons. It's a little more portable. It looks better when I pull it out my bag, and it has color. Pretty good color too. So, and it has the pen already attached, ready to rock. If the device is off, I take the pen off, it's ready to go. It's ready to rock and roll. I'm writing. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And I fully expect this. It may not be the device I use more than the Nomad, but it's definitely going to be the device I use on a daily basis. It has been a device I use on a daily basis. So I'm getting my money's worth. Oh, got the remove the other day. On that, nice. I will be selling my Manta to pay for it because I will use the remove more than the Manta. But that is all use case related. Yeah, and I like I said, I do think this is going to be. I can't say it enough. I said it in my video. I'll say it again. The remove is going to be I think it's going to be a transformative step for eInk. That's just my prediction. All right. I'm glad to see more people getting the remove. I really am. I need help defending it. I mean, it's defending itself, but I could use a little bit of help. What else we got here in the show for today? You know what? I was going to talk about the next paper, but we're already going long. We'll do the next paper tomorrow. We'll talk about that then. Man, it's been a good show. I appreciate you guys for joining me today. It's been an awesome conversation about the update. I learned a lot of things about the Viwoods today. So thank you to who was giving out all that, dropping all the good information earlier. Oh, my brother joined. Hey, brother, how's it going? I didn't even see him come in. Spanking man. Sparking. Sparking man, thank you for all the updates, you and Aaron, on getting me set straight with the features of the Viwood today. Learned a lot. I hope you guys watching learned a lot. If you did, hit the like button for me, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. We do this Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever, and I appreciate the viewership today. It was kind of nice. It was very nice. Also, tomorrow we're going to be talking about some more eInk stuff as it relates to a conversation I was having the other day about standardizing measurements. We're also going to find out what's the deal with the next paper. I'm going to dive into the next paper to find out what's all the hoopla. Everyone's been talking about how the pen tech is better. We're going to find out. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining me. And until tomorrow, you guys have a great day and take care. See you soon.
you.